So often people have told me, just listen to your gut. Easy for them to say, right? In my opinion, they're speaking out of hindsight. Think of the moment your body tells you no as the words fall out of your mouth. Yes. Passivity is easy, resistance takes energy. But with work, errands, kids, and family, you just don't have the extra energy to push back. The result is letting others essentially dictate little decisions. Don't get me wrong, I'm not saying you let others walk all over you, but what about the multitudes of small decisions that are just easier not to make? And where does that get you when you don't follow your inner voice? What if there was a way to turn this around and be more at peace with your actions? Keep listening for 3 ways to choose your own direction and take control of your decisions. Find the full transcript and more resources for physician moms at inspiredmommds.com/13. You're listening to Inspired Mom MDs with host Cindy Van Prague, helping physician moms take back control and prioritize what matters most so they thrive in private practice and at home. When I listen to the small shifts, the whispers, I am not often surprised to discover that I was right about my gut instinct. When I trust my gut more and stop pushing it aside, good things tend to happen. In that moment, my gut tries to speak. I have this full conversation, like in a flash. There's a debate that I'm only slightly conscious of, which weighs all the possible responses. The easy route is to let the decision slide, like not act on my gut. I can just follow some unwritten or assumed rule. Everything will work out. I'll give you a personal example. Sometimes I doubt myself and my own opinion. I was training with a mentor to help create a writing project, and part of her guidance was to follow examples of what she had written. So I did, and I finished the project quickly. However, a few lines of the text nagged at me as being unauthentic. How true, they were molded off of another person's experience, not mine. But I went along with it and doubted I could write something better. I assumed someone else had a better answer for me than me. And I gave away that decision and lost a little control over the direction of my project. So when she replied that those lines of text didn't really fit with my voice, I thought, aha, I should have just listened to myself. This can happen in so many areas of our lives, right? How about you? Some women I've spoken to notice they feel disappointed in themselves if they let other people down. Somehow letting oneself down is preferable to letting another person down. The other person comes first here, right? As an example, one physician said that she would pick up an extra shift or attend a get-together out of obligation when those actions really conflicted with her own need to just take a break. Another woman began to acknowledge that she always went with the safe option of staying in her specialty that was just draining her, but it paid the bills. And after all the years invested, how could she possibly find the same success elsewhere? So are you letting others or your own fears, biases, disillusions dictate your decisions, even the small ones? Because it's just the way it is. Or maybe they know something I don't. Here are 3 ways to take back your decisions in your medical practice and with your family by following your intuition. So the first step is to recognize your intuition. You know that feeling or hunch about something that comes without any conscious effort is valuable. That's your intuition. I notice a small shudder when I'm not settled with some decision, or this quiet, distant voice tells me, ew, I don't like it. And then sometimes I feel like a knot in my chest or my stomach. And there's so many other ways that my intuition speaks to me when I just stop and listen. Stop for me means a moment of peace, and I tune into myself and I tune out this whole barrage of noise. This is a skill to find peace and tune in to intuition. I need to strengthen that skill by short daily meditations, the same way muscles need frequent exercise to stay strong. I use an app on my phone for meditation, and it's funny that technology interferes with life, but it can also be a useful advantage. So I pick up my phone, take off my smartwatch and all its alerts, switch to noise canceling headphones, and shut the door. Now, those valuable 10 to 15 minutes are mine. How can you better tune into your intuition? It doesn't need to be 10 consecutive minutes, that's just me. It could be multiple points in your day that you pause and center yourself. A couple of heartbeats of introspection can be powerful. The second way to kind of capture your intuition is to respect your feelings. They reflect your values. Follow your feelings or intuition in the moment, even when it challenges what others expect. Your intuition is built on a wealth of experience and wisdom. Your amazing brain pulls together this feeling in a fraction of a second, so you don't have to sit down and list out the pros and the cons or journal for a few days to decide. I found that when I listen to myself, my inner voice in my head, or the physical responses I feel, I'm giving a gift of respect to myself. I'm respecting my own wisdom. This self-respect empowers me to make choices aligned with my values. By honoring my intuition, I acknowledge my values are worthy and become better equipped to serve myself and others. The third step is to act on your gut feelings. It takes energy. Agreeing with yourself is one thing, and then taking the physical step to say or do something to act in your own favor is another. It requires pushing past that knee-jerk, conditioned response to prioritize others' needs over your own. Physician moms especially can fall into this trap, suppressing their own instincts to instead appease patients or colleagues or family in this whirlwind of demands. So take a small risk. You can advocate for a second opinion for your child. You can set firmer boundaries with demanding patients. And you can decline that request to cover an extra shift. Sometimes the biggest rewards start with a single step away from playing it safe and towards reclaiming control of your decisions. As I reflect on past situations where I ignored my gut, I can identify and recognize patterns and become more attuned to my inner signals. I'm acknowledging my intuition. I can respect that gut feeling as telling me something isn't right. The feeling signals a clash with external pressures or a perceived right course of action and my true values. Lastly, I make a conscious effort to act. I can then hold up my hand to the pressure and choose what is right for me. This is not selfish, it's preserving my own energy and my ability to give to others and be there for my family. These are some of my strategies in this game of life. I believe I'm on the right track towards winning too for myself, not against others. You get to choose your own unique strategies. Make your one single precious life your own winning success. I am so proud of you already. It's time to take control and thrive. Thank you for tuning in to Inspired Mom MDs. Please share with other physician moms and leave a review if you found value from this podcast.